Hey, it's Jordan from hardcoremixing.com, and I'm going to talk to you about why I think you should not master your own mixes. Now, I know it's getting more common these days for mixers to do the mastering for their clients, especially when you're just starting out, and I used to do this too in the first half of my career. It was easier and simpler for everyone involved and cheaper for the clients. Plus, it was a quick and easy way to make a couple extra bucks without doing that much extra work. But I soon came to realize that that's about all it was, just a few extra bucks, and those few extra bucks weren't really worth it. So these days, I'm a believer in getting someone else to master your work. In fact, I haven't mastered anything in years, and here are my reasons why. I've got 5 reasons for you. Reason number 1 is that your main skill set is mixing, not mastering. So I'm guessing that you spend a lot more time mixing and a lot more energy perfecting that side of the craft than mastering. So you could say most intermediate or professional mixers are probably a 7 to 10 in mixing, but a 4 or 5 in mastering. So you got to ask yourself, why are you spending time doing something at a level 4 when you could be doing more level 8 or 9 work? You get paid based on your skills and your mix quality, so it makes more sense to let someone else handle the parts that you're not good at. Okay, reason number 2. It will make your mixes sound even better. Hiring an awesome mastering engineer who has experience in your genre is only going to make your mixes sound better. The reason I hate mastering my own stuff is because I'm not good at it. So I actually feel like I decrease the quality of my mix when I master it. But when I send it to my trusted mastering engineer who has dedicated their career to this specific thing, your mix is going to come back sounding better. It's a huge win for you because it looks better on your portfolio, and your clients will be happier with the end product as well. So those are my first 2 reasons. Alright, reason number 3. You don't have the right room or the right gear. Real mastering engineers have invested many, many years studying and focusing specifically on mastering. Not to mention they have the room and the gear that are suited for it. So most of us mixers in our mixing rooms, they're optimized for mixing, or even optimized for just accommodating clients to record. So that makes them far less than ideal for the kind of really detailed listening and subtle adjustments that mastering engineers do. So your room and your gear are not optimized for it. Other people have the right room and the right gear, and you should use them. Okay, reason number 4. You're not really mastering anyways. I'll say that again. If you're mastering your own stuff, you're not really even mastering. I would argue that for most of us, mastering our own mixes isn't really mastering. It's just making our mixes as loud as we can without ruining it. But we often do compromise it. To me, true mastering means a fresh perspective. Different ears, different experience, and different listening environment provide an opportunity to give your mixes that extra 5 or 10% that's like literally impossible to even perceive on your own. After all, if you mixed it, you should have already done the best you possibly can on that mix. Therefore, you mastering it isn't adding anything extra, it's just making it louder and likely making it a little bit worse. Alright, last reason number 5, your clients won't object to it. I think a big fear of mixers is that their clients won't agree to spend the extra money on mastering, or that they'll perceive you as somehow less skilled than someone else who is offering mastering. I just simply haven't found this to be true. You got to present it to the client not as an option but as a necessity. Explain the benefits of hiring a pro mastering engineer, and that if they're already investing this much time and this much effort into recording their songs, why stop just short of the goal line? They might as well go all the way and hire a real pro mastering engineer. Ideally, you should find a mastering engineer who has credits in your genre that your clients would even recognize, and that makes it a way easier sell. So those are my 5 reasons why you shouldn't master your own stuff. I'll end this off with some tips on how to find the right mastering engineer for you. Don't make the mistake of just Googling mastering in your city and choosing the first one you see. Like mixers, mastering engineers have a certain genres, certain styles that they prefer or that they're really good at, and all of them are used to working, from remotely over the internet now, so there's no reason to just focus on mastering engineers around you. So to find a mastering engineer, simply pick 5 or 10 of your favorite records and look at the credits. See who mastered them and see if you start to see the same name more than once. For me, when I looked at my favorite records, there were 2 names that kept coming up, and I tried both of them for my own projects. And you know what I found? They were a lot less expensive than I expected. I expected it to be out of range, but it totally wasn't. It was something my clients could totally afford. And one of those mastering engineers actually went on to become my go-to guy, and I've been sending him every project I do for the last 3 or 4 years since then. So once you find the right mastering engineer and you experience those results, you're not going to want to go back to doing it yourself. You want to keep moving, keep mixing more projects, sending it off to mastering, having it come back even better. And when your clients experience that too, they also won't want to go back. So those are my reasons for hiring a pro mastering engineer rather than doing it yourself. I suggest getting out some records, finding some names that you want to try out, and just shoot them an email. See what their rates are, see what the process is like, and jump in. Pretty sure you won't regret it.